Happy New Year's, everyone. It is currently New Year's Eve, and I just wanted to do a really quick recap.
I was so excited for 2020. I thought it was going to be a great year, a great start to a new decade. Little did I know what we had in store for us. My friends and I started 2020 by going on a trip down to Kansas to visit some of our friends. We stayed in the cutest little Airbnb and went to the cutest little town with the cutest bars, and we just had such a good time. We also celebrated a ton of birthdays in January and February. Emmanuel's birthday was in March, and we ended up not having a birthday party and just gifting him a computer instead. For the past couple of years, I have been so much more intentional about my physical health. I had started working out 3 to 5 times a week, and COVID really changed that. I also finally picked up my diploma. We started off working from home in March and saw a rapid decline of business in big cities as COVID struck the US.
My work at home situation, I've changed my setup a little bit. If there were ever a time to drink this, it would be now.
Little did I know, 2 weeks later, I became a part of the first wave of massive layoffs due to the pandemic.
You guys, I was so bored today. I did my makeup, I did my hair too, and I filmed a book review. So I'm looking at all of my footage, and oh my gosh, I feel like everything is so cringy, and I don't want to put anything up.
It would take a few months before I would get the courage to put it up. I also rediscovered all of my old YouTube videos from my college days. Much of quarantine can be described in 2 words: Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing became my life.
Get it,
I
baby, get it!
And fell asleep playing Animal Crossing.
Almost.
It was such a great getaway.
It's tough at times, you guys. It's the same group I've been with since the beginning. This is we're here.
The death of George Floyd in May rocked the nation. I found myself face to face with my own personal biases as I watched the city of Minneapolis burn, as I watched as business after business boarded up. I had many sleepless nights and decided to educate myself on racism, systematic cultural racism. This is ongoing, and I still have so much to learn. With the pandemic, gyms closed, and I found my mental and physical health deteriorating. I decided that I would try and go out and get as much exercise as I could. So I started taking daily walks with the boys. We took every chance that we could get to get out of the house and be active. Christian started talking.
Hi.
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 So cute.
Hi.
Coachella was also canceled, and we were so sad, but we decided to take a small mini vacation to the North Shore. We found the cutest Airbnb in Duluth, and we just spent time together. We had great conversations, we had delicious food, and we just spent time outdoors. I could not have gotten through this quarantine without my friends. They kept me sane. Also, did I mention Animal Crossing? Yeah, we were obsessed.
Hi, kitty. Are you ready to go? It's time to leave this place.
I'm going to eat rice.
Our last meal at this house.
My parents also decided to sell their house this year, so I spent many days helping them clean, and I still had a ton of stuff from my childhood that I had to sort through and take home with me. I will miss the space and the quiet of that house. Summer came and went. It was really hot, but like I said, we still tried to find time to go outside and play and make the most of the time that we had together.
Wow, you got there. Is this so pretty? So pretty?
I had a lot of boba this past summer. Like, a lot of boba. I went through so many of the half-gallon Thai teas from Treats. I made my own boba every single day because it would only be good for one day. We also decided to go down to Arkansas and visit our friends. We had so much fun. It was a quick trip, but it was always good to be in good company and have good food.
I'm having so many issues with this apartment. One side of my sink, it drains water really slowly and it gets backed up. So it's been raining and I come to my bed and it kind of flooded in here. There is water leaking from upstairs. I heard this big gurgling noise.
I had a COVID scare and I quarantined for 2 weeks. It sucked. My boys love to fish, but I'm scared of fish. So my parents took them fishing every now and then and they enjoyed it so much. They each were able to catch a couple of fish, and I think this was the highlight of their summer. My brother also bought a house, so we spent some time painting it and helping them move. Distance learning was a whole thing. If you're a parent, you understand. We had all the photo shoots this year. We had a ton of birthday shoots, and we just love to have fun together. For my birthday, I went on a couple trips. The first one was a nice quiet one in this beautiful Airbnb that had the most beautiful luscious garden in the back, and it was right on the lake. It was so beautiful, and I spent some time outdoors. I spent time reading, catching up on my reading. It was great. My second birthday trip, I went with all of my girlfriends, and we celebrated mine and Cindy's birthday. We had so much fun. There was a hot tub that we spent so much time in. This was definitely a memorable trip. I think we will always talk about this trip and how crazy it was.
Hi! I just filmed like 5 videos and I can't wait to start editing them. I want to get one out.
I finally got around to filming more booktube videos and putting them up. It took until September, October for me to really do this, and it's been so much fun. I also voted by mail. This was the only clip I could find for the election.
It's so pretty.
Fall was brief, but so incredibly gorgeous. I made the hard decision to move out of my apartment. I have been jobless. It's been so hard finding a job. So I moved out and I put all my stuff in a storage unit. I also decided to get some bangs this year for the fall winter time. And in October, I put up my Christmas tree. I love Christmas and I really needed some extra joy. And it was just a small tree. For Halloween, our friends came up to visit us and we made some fun and had a great time. I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth taken out and I was pretty sore and swollen for about a week. And Christian thought it was so much fun to make fun of me, and he did this a lot. Thanksgiving was small and quiet, just me and my family, but we had so much good food and we had leftovers for days. Like I said, I love Christmas time and I love the whole process of finding gifts and wrapping gifts and giving gifts away.
I'm so ready to walk!
Finally, a year after I graduated, I walked. You don't understand. For me, technically, I dropped out twice. It's been years and years and years, so this is such a big moment, not just for me, but for my parents, for my family, and for my kids. My college years were not easy. I went through so much, so this was such a big accomplishment for me. I'm so proud of myself. And I'm so glad that I was able to have this moment and share it with all of my loved ones. It barely snowed this year, but I'm so glad that we got snow just a couple days before Christmas. There is nothing like a white Christmas. It does not feel like Christmas without snow. For holiday activities, I was able to build some gingerbread houses. I'm super proud of mine. 2020 as a year kind of just sucked all around, but through all the bad things, I was able to find a glimpse of light, a glimpse of beauty through sunsets and nature. My boys and I went on a lot of drives just to get out of the house, and most of them ended up being around the evening time when the sun was going down, so we were able to witness so much beauty. I think my theme for this year is to be faithful in every situation, and this year definitely tested that. I went through so many ups and downs, and I had to keep reminding myself to remain faithful. Being quarantined also provided me with a lot of time to spend with my kids. We had a lot of beautiful, quiet moments, and we had a lot of crazy, loud moments as well. But the thing that I am most thankful for in 2020 is being able to reconnect with my kids. Just because you have kids doesn't mean that you're going to have great relationships. And I am thankful that I had the time to build better relationships with my kids, to be intentional about how I parent and being positive through it all. I had many bad days throughout quarantine, and they provided me with smiles and laughter, and they really are just the light of my life.
Good job. Say good job.
I am so thankful for the opportunity I had to be with them and love on them and have them love me. I will always remember this year for that. They are growing before my eyes and growing so quickly. I hope if they remember this year that they will remember all the time we spent together, all the ups and downs we had, but ultimately how great God was through it all.